Hey everybody, it's me, Peppy from Peppy's Fruit Trees. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you the Worm Factory 360, which is a vermicomposting system that I find to be a very good one. This particular system comes with the base. It comes with the little catch pan over here. It has a valve over here, and it comes with some accessories, including a thermometer and all that stuff. We're beyond the point of worrying about the thermometer because we have this located indoors, under shelter, out of the rain, but with plenty of breeze. So we have plenty of fresh air that actually comes through here. And as you can see, there's a gate behind us, and then the air comes flowing through, in and out. It actually gets quite windy here sometimes. So as a result, we keep our worms very moist. We like to keep them very moist because they do need to have very good moisture around their bodies. Or else they're not happy campers, and they desiccate and dry out, and that's it. They're history. They're done, and they won't be able to do their job. Now, this is what's called a working tray up here, and I'm not going to dig in there and show you the worms. You gotta trust me, the worms are in there. Every time I try to toss this around and start messing with the worms and videotaping them, they get really shy, upset, and angry at me, and then I have to deal with it later. When they start, calling the union reps, and it's a real nightmare. Anyway, we're going to leave them alone because they don't like to be disturbed. Bottom line, they're in there, they're doing their job. Now, what I do to feed them is very simple. And again, we're not really feeding the worms. What we're feeding is the bacteria, the biology, the microorganisms, what's going on in the decomposition of the materials that we put into the worm bin. So, for example, here I have a little tiny piece of banana. Just the tip broke off of a very small banana. As you can see, nobody's going to eat this thing. Actually, I'll show you where they came from. They came from right over here. These are called dwarf namois. Okay, so that was one of the little runts that was in the corner. So we just took that, and now we're going to feed the worms. So we take it out, we kind of mush it up a little bit, and we can go down here. You go down here, say, into this corner, and we'll just do a little hole in the corner over there. There's worms down there at the bottom hanging out, and then that'll stay there. And then I'll come over to this corner over here, and I'll take the rest of it, and I'll break off a little piece, and I'll stick it in here, and I'll cover that up, and I'll put another piece down over here, right here, and cover that up. Now you'll see I have some loose straw in here also. Every now and then, because I do keep the tray very moist, I like to use a little bit of loose dried out straw and stuff so that I can absorb a little bit more of the high humidity, high moisture that's in there. Now, they tell you, oh my God, your tray is going to get so wet, you're going to have drips, and you're going to have water, and you're going to have leachate. I think that's the right word for it, leachate. And then that's the stuff that's going to drip into the pan. Now, I've been doing this with this tray, with this worm bin for, I would say it's been a good 5 months, maybe more. Could be 6 months. And I have yet to have a problem, and I've been keeping it very moist. At first, when I started, I wasn't actually keeping it moist enough. So I increased the moisture, and as a result, I have actually seen a lot healthier worms. What I mean by that is they're a lot bigger, they're a lot happier, they're more movement, they're not just hanging around dying, because there's not enough moisture. So they're doing really well. But you can't overdo it, but you've got to get the hang of it. So, you might have to do this a couple of times until you get the hang of exactly what the moisture levels are in your particular location. Now, I'm going to, again, do this video with one hand as usual, trying to keep it from shaking. I'm going to move this over, and this is the way you were looking at this is not the way the tray is set up. Below is where the worm castings are. Now, these particular worm castings are extremely moist. Again, we keep this very wet. And I think the worms are much happier, and I think I get a much more diverse ecology, so to speak. I get more organisms, and it's just, to me, it's better. So you can see it's almost like mud, but I'll guarantee you, if you were here with me, this would not smell a bit. Nothing bad. Not a smell at all. I mean, it's undetectable. There's nothing. You don't smell a thing, and that's good, because that means you're doing something right. Okay? If it starts to stink, if you start to have ants, if you start to have all kinds of other issues, then you're screwing it up bad. Okay? I'm going to slide this on the way it's supposed to be now. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. So you've got it now in place. Okay? Again, working tray. This tray, when it was set up with a layer of newspaper on the bottom, because this is the first tray and you don't want any of the worms to fall through the bottom of it. Okay, you want them actually eventually, as the paper decomposes, some of them are hopefully already migrating to the next level. So where's the next level? Okay, so the next level is where we're going to be going really soon, but we're not quite there yet. So here's the next level, and now this one, let's see if I can show you. This one does not have newspaper on the bottom. It's not lined with newspaper because we want the worms to come up, okay, and start feeding. Now this is not even wet. This is all dry, and it's just that way because we're not going to start feeding anybody anything. We're just leaving it there. It's dry. That's fine with me. What I'm going to do is in the short, say in another 30 days or so, I'm going to begin to feed the top tray, because I'm about to stop feeding the bottom tray. I'm no longer going to feed the bottom tray as of this weekend. No more food here, and I will begin to moisten the top, and I will begin to put just tiniest little bits of food in the top when I'm pretty sure, and I think I'm going to be pretty sure, actually by next week this tray should be completely without any kind of material that they're going to want, that the bacteria in there is going to want to break down, so that then the worms can go ahead and eat the microorganisms, because that's how it works. The worms eat the microorganisms. The worms don't eat the banana peel. They don't eat the carrot. They don't eat whatever vegetative material you put in there. Okay. Also, stay away from any oils, any vinegars, salad dressings. You don't want to put anything like that into your worm bin. Of course, no fish, no meats, nothing like that. You just want this thing to be completely vegetarian, so to speak. So everything is going to be leaves and vegetables and so on. And keep the oils out of there. Keep any kind of strong chemicals out of there. Keep it healthy. All right, so that's tray number 2. This tray will eventually be looking like tray number 1. And again, the worms will slowly migrate to the top level of here. We'll feed it in the corners. We'll keep it moist. And we will continue to have worms in the second level, some in the lower level, eventually a third, a fourth, and even possibly even a fifth level can be added on. So right now I'm just going to cover it up with the lid. Their lid is pretty cool. It comes with all the instructions on the lid. But believe me, there's a lot more to it than this. You want to actually do it and then get the hang of what works for you. So this is Peppy from Peppy's Fruit Trees, showing you the Worm Factory 360, which we do believe is a great product. It's made in the United States of America, and we think everybody should have one. This is something you can easily keep in your kitchen. It's no big deal. It doesn't smell. If it smells, it's because you did something wrong. Anyway, if you're not squeamish and you don't mind worms around the kitchen, 99% of the time they stay put. They don't crawl out and jump into bed with you, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Anyway, keep in touch. Visit us often here on our channel. This is a much more lengthy video than usual, but we hope you got some value out of it and you learned a little bit about the Worm Factory 360. Visit us at peppysplants.com, and you can also check us out at organicthrive.com, because the worm castings is one of the ingredients that we use in our organic brewer, which is over here, which you've seen before. And right now, let's see if we can get you better lighting in here. Right now, we've got all the magic happening in there. Okay? We've got the vortex, we've got our worm castings, we've got ocean kelp, we've got ocean minerals, we've got about 27 different ingredients in here, and this stuff is just magnificent. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you again. Come and visit us. Check us out, peppysplants.com.